Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Can anyone hear me? I'm just gonna go with it. What's good, YouTube? It is your host Seiji Samurai here, and welcome to the channel, y'all. I'm sorry, it's been a very long time since I've been able to record, but a lot of things has been happening. First things first, that they're remodeling my house or something. I don't really know, but I just know they're like reorganizing my room. So due to that, I didn't know where my recording setup was. I had to look for it. And whenever I did find time to record, when I found my devices at least, like it was super noisy. So yeah. So it took me a very long time to actually find everything I needed to record, but here I am with the video. So yeah. First things first, I want to thank y'all so much. I want to thank so much to the people who supported me when I was away. You guys, I read your comments. You guys have been waiting for me to post out this part, which, by the way, this what if is going to be what if Naruto had Zeref's powers, part 12. You guys have been waiting for this one, and honestly, I'm glad to be the one to deliver it to you. So thank you all once again for those who have waited patiently for my arrival. So yeah, this is me showing my appreciation. Yeah, guys, it's really been a wild ride. I'm honestly, I kind of upset that I wasn't able to post as much on May, but hey, it's the summer, which you guys know what that means. Content. I mean, yeah, I will be going on on more trips with my family, but guys, this time I actually bought a traveling mic. I bought it. I found a charger for it, so I'll be able to make my videos on the road, but don't expect them to be as long as they usually are. They're at best they'll probably be like 30 minutes, if not 20. So yeah, I'll be around that range. But hey, guys, thank you all so much for your support one more time. You guys really are amazing, and I believe it's time for me to deliver this part. So thank you all so much. And either way, it's your host, and let's begin.
You're never gonna make it, you're not good enough. There's a million other people with the same stuff. You really think you're different, man, you must be kidding. Think you're gonna hit it, but you just don't get it. It's impossible, it's not probable, you're irresponsible. Too many obstacles, you gotta stop it, yo. You gotta take it slow, you can't be a pro. Don't waste your time no more. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to do?
Alright, guys, let's begin this what if. Hopefully you guys do enjoy, and either way, let's begin. So guys, we now kick off this what if where we see both teams, this being the Akatsuki and the Konoha team, as they're currently rushing towards Orochimaru's base. Now, at this, Jiraiya will be pulling up along with the Konoha team as they will see two guards guarding the place, unaware that their master had already passed. Now, at this, Kakashi and Sasuke would then both get a signal from Jiraiya, causing them both to vanish in a blitz of lightning. As this when suddenly the men who were not paying attention or hadn't sensed any of them would then suddenly be knocked out, as Sasuke would then cut off one of their heads, with Kakashi piercing one of their chests with the kunai. At this, both of them would fall down to the ground dead, as this is when suddenly Jiraiya would then create the gallant wrestling as he storms through the base, slamming into the front door of it, destroying it and rushing through. Now this will cause the rest of the Konoha team to then begin to rampage as well as they go through the base of Orochimaru. This huge amount of noise will then alert the rest of the members inside, as they all see the members of Konoha rushing through, and this will begin to cause a battle between both Konoha and Orochimaru's servants, unaware that the man himself had long passed. As for the Akatsuki, we will then see them appear behind the base, as Pain would then begin to sense out a ginormous amount of energy. At this, Pain, thanks to his power of the Rinnegan, he will be able to sense and see different chakra signatures around the entire area. This will confuse him. However, that was not important. Whoever was in their way would get killed along with Orochimaru. At this, Pain would then begin to push out his arms as he would then utter the words, Shinra Tensei. He would break open the door, allowing the rest of the members of the Akatsuki to then ravage through as they all then charge in. As this is when the other forces who were unaware about what was happening would then see the Akatsuki's members pull up. Now this would cause many of them to actually begin to fear what's happening right in front of them, but they would not be disillusioned as they all begin to get into combat with the Akatsuki. Not that they stood a chance. However, unaware to both teams, the one individual, the manipulator of all of this, was now finally making his way, as finally everything that he wanted to do, everything to take care of this ginormous headache, their annoyance, everything that had been troubling him, he was finally going to get rid of it one way or another. As we see Naruto watching from a tree branch not that far away, as he'll see the chaos ensue in Orochimaru's base. Naruto, seeing this, will then activate his dark teleportation, as he will go and enter this dark void, ready to knock out the key components and dangers to his way of peace. One by one. Now with this, we now see the Konoha team as Jiraiya was screaming for Orochimaru as he wonders where the snake bastard was, as he will be tearing through all the grunts that are in his way. As after a while of searching, this one suddenly they'll then be right in front of this like room, as he wonders what exactly was inside of it. But there's only one guess he could think of: those large chakra signatures. There's no doubt about it. At this, Jiraiya would then begin to form a Galen Rasengan as he would then slam it into the base, destroying it in an instant as he didn't charge in. As right now, he was currently not only looking to end Orochimaru, but also get Naruto back as well, as he still thinks Naruto's among here. However, as he enters inside the base, he would then be into a surprise. As smoke would begin to cover the entire area, this when suddenly Jiraiya would then sense a ginormous amount of chakra being built up. What? Shinra Tensei. The voice being heard, as this is when Jiraiya, as well as many of the Konoha forces who sensed the attack, would then be pushed back, as right before they could react, they'll be pushed back by the unknown force, getting slammed into walls and getting sent flying, as the rest of the grunts who are watching nearby can do nothing more but be sent flying as well. Jiraiya, who actually took in a ginormous blunt of the attack and who had been sent flying, well, the least out of everyone else, surprisingly, would then look up into the sky as he would then begin to see him casually there, like levitating practically over everyone of Konoha. He would then see it, the person he speculated as the leader of the Akatsuki. At this is when suddenly Pain would then begin to speak. So you survived. Well then, it's not like it's gonna matter. At this, Jiraiya would then be suddenly sense an attack approaching, as he would then flip over to dodge a bunch of paper-like spears that stabbed directly in the area where he stood. This is when then Konoha would then pull up, as the rest of the Konoha team would then begin to, get back into formation, as they would then see the members of the Akatsuki that are still alive at this point. Now, seeing this, Jiraiya would then be surprised, as he would see, like, all the members of the Akatsuki, as this is when he would then begin to think that Orochimaru was still in cahoots with them. So that was your game, Orochimaru, damn bastard. It doesn't matter. At this, Jiraiya would then begin to have like a back and forth with Pain, as he tells him that he was not going to give up and that he was going to defeat them one way or another. While Sasuke, he wasn't focusing on any of this nonsense. In fact, he was focusing on one person. Standing right in front of him was none other than Itachi, who was currently staring down at Sasuke with his Sharingan eyes activated. I'll make you pay for what you've done. At this, the rest of the members of the Akatsuki will be staring down at the Konoha team, as at first no movement was shown. Till suddenly, Jiraiya would then blitz right in front of Pain, as he would then throw his Rasengan directly at the man, only for Pain to use the Shinra Tensei to blow away the attack and send Jiraiya pushing back. No way. If you think that's gonna stop me, then you're dead wrong. At this, Jiraiya would then suddenly flip over, as he would then shoot out a ginormous flaming fireball, to which Pain would once again dodge out of the way, as this one suddenly the sixth path of Pains would then appear, calling Jiraiya nothing more than a nuisance. Now, as soon as this happened, the rest of the Konoha team would then begin to scrap, as Kakashi would charge after Kisame, with Sasuke going against Itachi, obviously. At this, we also end up seeing the rest of the sixth path of Pain, as they decide to take on the rest of the Konoha team, as Pain honestly did not need them to take care of Jiraiya, or at least that's what he thinks. And Konan will be there to assist him against Jiraiya as well. But this was not the only trouble for Konoha. This is when the rest of the sound shinobi that were there, that were currently still working for Orochimaru, again, not realizing that, he's long past, bruh. As they all begin to charge at the Konoha team as well, as the ones who weren't fighting the Pains will then begin to fight against them. As we now turn our attention to the person who manipulated the entire situation and was the reason why all this chaos was happening. You will see Naruto currently watching all this, as right now he wasn't focusing on the Konoha team. In fact, he was focusing on the one individual who kept on trying to interfere with his life ever since the day of his birth. At this, you'll be watching the masked figure as he was watching everything with dismay. I was about to take care of the first nuisance. As we see Naruto end up using a dark teleportation as he vanishes in a dark flash. As we now turn our attention to Obito. Rage and unbridled rage. That was what the feelings of Obito Uchiha was sensing right now, as all he could do was look at the sight before him with anger. Everything he had planned for, and all of it was ruined thanks to that one snake bastard Orochimaru. I'm gonna kill that bastard, Obito would think. He had planned so hard. He went through so many years, so many times to put things in place so his plans can come to fruition. And what do you know? One snake bastard later, and everything was falling apart. And this pissed him off to the extreme. He couldn't believe it. And at this, now that everyone else was distracted, Obito was finally going to get his revenge I'll make sure to put an end to you, Orochimaru. Just as he said that, though, this was something he would then begin to pick up on a chakra signature, as he would then turn around to see none other than Orochimaru, as the Snake Sani was currently seemingly making his escape. If you think I'm letting you get away, you're dead wrong. At this, Obito would then warp away, as he would then begin to chase after Orochimaru. The Snake Sani was slithering away, trying to escape as fast as he can from the chaos that was happening. Before suddenly warping right in front of him, and a hand would then stretch out and then grab the Snake Sani by the neck, as he would then pin him to the tree. You've been causing quite a lot of trouble, haven't you, Orochimaru? Obito's Sharingan eyes glaring at the man in front of him, as he would then begin to pummel Orochimaru, landing blow after blow on the Snake Sani, as the man was unable to escape. At this, Obito, while he was in the fit of rage, he didn't begin to pick up on some very unordinary signs. As he kept pummeling on Orochimaru, the first thing he didn't know was how the sky around him had turned dark. The ominous winds that would begin to flow past him, as well as the fact that multiple red eyes were staring at him as he was currently beating up on Orochimaru. At this, after a while of doing nothing more but attacking the Snake Sani, Orochimaru would then fall down to the ground limp as he had died under Obito's hands. But Obito wasn't done, as he would then begin to activate the power of Kamui, as he would then warp away Orochimaru's head, killing him off, or at least that's what he thinks. However, as he does so, he begins to gain back his reasoning, as he begins to realize something. This was too easy. Orochimaru was a Snake Sani after all, and although Obito did believe he can beat him, there was also something else. Even if he did beat him, that didn't mean that Orochimaru was like this weak and pathetic. At this, he wondered exactly what happened, and until this one suddenly, he would then begin to take in the scenery around him and realizing the change. What is going on? A genjutsu? No. I have the Sharingan. There's no way someone could put a genjutsu on me. However, as Obito says this, a booming voice will then be heard. You're not as powerful as you think, though. At this one suddenly he would then begin to witness all the red eyes as they begin to approach him, each one of them having varying degrees of animal-like features, and some of them being human but with demonic features, as each one of them began to step out. At this, he would then begin to see these demonic creations as their red eyes were staring at him, ready to feast on their prey, as Obito would look on in confusion. What is going on? At this one suddenly he would then begin to hear footsteps behind him as he turns around to see walking out of his dark and shallow path. We will see none other than Naruto as he walks right there in front of Obito with a blank expression. At this, seeing the Jinchuriki, Obito was surprised before he then begins to let out a chuckle. So, you're still alive, Naruto Uzumaki. Or should I say Nine Tails? At this, Naruto will be staring at Obito as the man will laugh, thinking that this was actually perfect. This was a good opportunity. After all, he didn't really understand why Naruto was alive, but it didn't matter. All he had to do was knock out this brat, take the Nine Tails, and finally his plan will come to fruition to make the perfect world. At this, Obito will begin to actually cackle as he tries to warp away using the power of Kamui, unaware of the fact that would be the last mistake he makes. Activating the power of Kamui, he would then begin to try warping away as he plans to surprise attack Naruto, knock him out, and rip out the Nine Tails as he begins to explain to him his plan in typical evil shonen villain fashion. As Naruto will look at the man as he tries to warp away, Obito's body would then be forced out. At this, Obito's eyes widen as he would then see himself get pushed out of the Kamui, or more like he was forced out of his own dimension. What? At this, Obito was confused. What was going on? At this, he would try once again, trying to use the power of Kamui, but this time he would then begin to feel pain as he felt himself getting stabbed. What? At this, he would see a katana going right through the side of his stomach as he would look on in shock. As this is when Naruto begins to walk towards him. So you seem to have your own little pocket dimension, and it seems you're able to transport to it whenever you want. And it must be all tied to the connections of those troublesome eyes. Not bad, but it's not anything too special. At this, Naruto begins to walk towards him as Obito was so confused right now. What the fuck was happening? This man was completely fine, and then next thing you know, he has a blade right through his stomach. What was going on? At this is when suddenly He would then begin to feel a presence in the Kamui dimension as he wonders who it was or how he was even in there. This is when Naruto begins to explain. I've been able to keep tabs of your abilities. Waizetsu has been quite informal, letting me know about everything about you. Your abilities, your skills, just exactly who you truly are, Obito Uchiha, and how much of a nuisance you truly are to me. At this, hearing these words, Obito was surprised as he begins to curse out Waizetsu's name. Damn it, Waizetsu, you betrayed me, you bastard. I swear when I get the chance I'm gonna kill you. However, right before he got the chance, though, this is when suddenly Naruto would then appear right in front of him. As he then punches Obito in the stomach, causing the man to be sent flying. As the katana that was in his stomach would then be pulled out, as he would be sent flying and crashing into a tree, coughing up more blood. At this, Obito would, of course, wince in pain as his mask would then begin to crack, revealing the Sharingan eyes. At this, Obito would look at Naruto. What? You think you're able to actually defeat me, Nine Tails? Because if so, you're going to be deeply disappointed, Obito would say. As this one suddenly, Naruto would then feel a warp, as this one suddenly multiple bombs would then appear right beside him. At this, the bombs would then detonate as Obito would then try to jump away. However, as he does so, this one suddenly he will once again feel stabbing pain as he realized once again that he forgot about the person in the Kamui dimension. What is going on? At this, just as he was preoccupied with the pain, this one suddenly, right in front of him, two demonic Root Anbu members would then appear right in front of him, kicking Obito down and actually pinning both his arms with their katanas, stabbing into him as he screams out in pain. At this one suddenly, as the flames that were currently behind him, he would then see Naruto just walk out of there unscathed, not even a small bit of damage on his clothing. You truly are such a pathetic excuse for a man. At this, Naruto walks towards Obito, as this is when Obito would then begin to realize that right now, he was in a trap scenario. Number one, there will seem to be someone inside the Kamui dimension, and to make it even worse, he was surrounded by all sides by whatever these creatures were, as he then looks at Naruto. What the hell are you? What the heck is this? At this, he was in anguish and pain and in anger as well, as he can do nothing more but glare angrily at the man. At this, Naruto walks towards him once again calmly, not even bothered by this man. As he then walks towards him, I am the person who stands above you, you pathetic excuse. At this is when Naruto then begins to ignite his fist with dark flames as he begins to beat on Obito over and over again, as the man is unable to do anything in the presence. At this, he would try to warping away, but whenever he did, pain would then begin to influx through him as, like, legit, the person in the Kamui dimension was practically torturing him as well at the same time, as he looks at Naruto confused. After a beating for a while, Obito would then glare angrily. Just how did all this happen? At this, Naruto begins to explain how everything happened. As Naruto begins to give him the full rundown of the scenario, what happened between him and Orochimaru, how he set up everything from the very beginning, how he led both groups of nuisance into a final area so he can wipe them out and take care of it, and how he pretty much led Obito here so he can get rid of him. At this, Obito would be listening on this plan as his entire psyche at this point was shattered. It took him multiple years of preparation and planning and everything, like he sacrificed a lot to get to this point. Yet this boy Naruto manipulated the entire situation, and he did it in a matter of few days. Not even months of planning, no, he just did it in a few days. So pretty much anything that Obito can do, Naruto did it better. As Naruto can see the, like, you know, the shock and the, like, legit reality crashing upon Obito. This is when Naruto then begins to let Obito know on a little secret. At this, Naruto begins to explain to Obito how he was, at the end of the day, after everything he did, in the end, he was nothing more but a pathetic little puppet. As Naruto begins to explain how Madara had manipulated him, how Rin's death was set in stone, and pretty much how everything happened. As Obito, after hearing this, would then begin to have like a psychological breakdown as he screams out a horrendous cry as his body was shaking from the terror. After a while of doing this, Naruto would do nothing more but watch this man with a blank expression, not showing any empathy. As this one suddenly, after a while, Obito would then begin to sob as he looks at Naruto. Why? Why are you doing this to me? What did I do to deserve this? At this, Naruto looks at the man as he would then shrug. Personally, I have no vendetta against anything that happened. I personally don't give a damn about it. What I do give a damn about is the fact that you try to interfere with my peace, my peaceful way of living. And even though I've done nothing to you, you have interfered ever since the date of my birth. So then, I feel better that I should go and get rid of you as an annoyance as you keep on approaching, trying to influence me one way or another. Obito, hearing this, would then begin to realize one important thing of Naruto. This man was the pure embodiment of being selfish. He didn't give a damn about anything about what Obito did. He didn't give a damn about everything that Obito caused for this. No, what he cared about was the fact that Obito influenced him. At this, he will look at Naruto as he begins to truly see a monster, as he would see Naruto looking at him. At this, a dark orb begins to appear in Naruto's hand as he begins to grow in size. Any final words, Obito Uchiha? Naruto would say as he looks at Obito. At this, Obito can do nothing more as the broken man would look at the orb before closing his eyes. At this, Naruto would look at the man before suddenly slamming him with the power of black hole as Obito's body would then be warped away, leaving nothing in its place. At this, Naruto would look at Obito's body as it lays there. Well, no, I mean, what? No. As it was completely gone. At this is when Naruto would then begin to feel his shadow begin to move, as appearing right beside him was the demonic Anbu member, as it will be right there and bowing to Naruto. You did well. Return back. With this, the rest of the demonic creatures that surrounded the area will then return back into Naruto's shadow as he looks around. The deed was done. He'd taken care of the annoyance. For an explanation about what... Ooh, I ate a lot of food, sorry. For the explanation about what happened, Naruto pretty much... What happened was... Remember how earlier Obito was just beating the crap out of Orochimaru? And, you know, he would think, like, it's a genjutsu or something? Well, the truth is, it wasn't really a genjutsu. In fact, Naruto just used one of the demonic Anbu members to pretty much take the blunt of the attacks. And like I said, considering the fact that these were his earlier projects, they don't really feel anything at all. And I mean, it's a root Anbu member, so of course they're not going to feel anything. So they pretty much just took in the blunt of the hits. They really did nothing. And after a while, when Obito had warped away his head, what really happened was simple. He regenerated. Like I said, bro, Zeref's abilities are OP. Like, this man is busted beyond belief. And honestly, a lot of the fairy tale, I feel like fairy tale is very underrated for how powerful the characters are. Like, they're just ridiculous. And the fact that you guys haven't even seen the peak of like this Naruto's power is just, it truly is something. As after that, seeing that Obito was dead, Naruto would then begin to feel bubbling chakra. By the way, we're turning back to the present. So anyway, after Obito's death, Naruto begins to feel a bubbling chakra begin to ignite from him, as he could hear the cackling of the nine tails. Yes, that was so satisfying. If only I did it myself. This Naruto would sigh as he decided that it was finally time for him to begin to try releasing the nine tails. But first things first, it was better off that he took care of the rest of the annoyance, as he didn't set his eyes on the Akatsuki. For the battle that was raging on, it was a pure war zone as the Konoha team was against the Akatsuki. Pain was truly like the dominating factor for the reason why the Akatsuki were winning. The Renegon's abilities plus the rest of the six Path of Pains were just beyond busted. At this, no matter how many times the Konoha team defeated one of them, there was always one that had been able to summon out the King of Hell and pretty much bring them back whenever he wanted. Due to this, they would pretty much have to fight an army over and over again, and no matter what, just keep coming. As the rest of the Akatsuki members, like Kisame against Itachi, I would have to say this fight would actually be pretty interesting. I mean, Guy was able to beat Kisame in canon, but like, I mean, and Kakashi is relatively close to Guy's level, but like, I don't know if that includes like Gate or just like, you know, in base form. It honestly makes me kind of confused about this. But you know what? I'm just gonna say this: the fight between them are going like raging on, and they're pretty much even with each other. As the battle is now soon coming down to a battle of endurance. As Kakashi, due to his multiple arsenal of techniques and abilities, he's able to counter against Kisame's, a bunch adapting of like high advanced water jutsus. But as we turn our attention to the fight against Sasuke versus Itachi, that fight was a rampage. As multiple of the sound shinobi that were watching had like legit cleared the zone for these two individuals, as Itachi and Sasuke had both activated the power of their of their Susanoo. I really can't speak that well. At this, Sasuke's Susanoo being purple and everything, he only had the skeleton form. He didn't have the armored form. So due to that, he wasn't exactly as advanced with the Susanoo as Itachi. As for Itachi, he can do nothing more but continue fighting, as the disease that he had was currently eating him alive at this point. He was fighting with his all, and he was proud of his brother's development. However, the fight was raging soon, as even though Sasuke was like trained by Kakashi, had a lot of time of training, and he pushed himself really hard. In the end of the day, he isn't that much of a match against Itachi, as even with the Susanoo, his Susanoo is just like one stage lower than Itachi's. As after a while fighting, Sasuke's Susanoo would then be suddenly slashed away, as with the Totsuki blade. Sorry guys for my voice is a little bit low. Damn, I've been talking for a long time. So anyway, thanks to the power of the Totsuki blade, he'll be able to knock Sasuke out of the Susanoo, sending him flying and crashing. As Sakura, who will currently right now be fighting along the rest of the Konoha team, would see Sasuke and scream out to him. As Sasuke could do nothing more but watch. No. This Itachi, who currently right now was quite wounded, he had damages all over, and the fact that this man really was like put to the ringer against the fight against Sasuke, he didn't walk towards Sasuke with a smile on his face. After seeing this cruel smile, Sasuke begins to scream out, telling him to get away from him. "Stay away from me, you bastard!" he would say as he begins to try to do something, but he didn't have any other chakra left to really stand up against this man, as all he can do was look on with his impending doom. With this, Sakura would try running over to Sasuke, but only to get, interfere with a bunch of sound shinobi as he begins to get in her way. At this, Sasuke would be watched as Itachi would eventually end up appearing right in front of him, until eventually the Susanoo would then suddenly disperse. "You truly have grown strong, Sasuke," he would say. At this one we would then get a very heartfelt moment, as Itachi then begins to tap Sasuke on the forehead while saying that even in death, he will always care about Sasuke, even if he hates him to the very core, like forever. So with that being said, Itachi would then pass away, as finally, after taking on Sasuke for so long and after doing everything possible, Itachi would then lay down there, dead. The lone survivor of the Uchiha clan could do nothing more but watch as his brother would fade away, leaving him as truly the final member of the Uchiha clan, or at least that's what he thinks. Well, actually, yeah, he is technically now like the truly last one, because Obito is gone as well. So yeah, at this, Sasuke will look on in shock before suddenly he would then see himself surrounded by a bunch of sound shinobi. Sasuke was too much in a daze about what happened with Itachi that each one of these shinobis would try to attack him, only for the rest of the Konoha team to show up, as Sakura would then be there to try healing Sasuke, while the rest of them would defend against the rest of the members. As you'll see Jiraiya, as he had been the one this entire time fighting against Pain, the original, and he was right now putting up everything he could. Damn it. At this, he would try hitting the man, he would try doing everything, but this man's abilities were far beyond him. It got to the point where Jiraiya would then have to tap into the power of Sage Mode, as he currently entered into the form. That was the only way he was able to truly fight against Pain. As Jiraiya would continue fighting, this one suddenly, he would then try one last time, as he would try doing an elemental Rasengan, as a ginormous Gallon Rasengan combined with the flame element would then try shooting at Pain. But the man was far beyond Jiraiya's capabilities, as he would then Shinra Tensei it, destroying it completely. "Not yet! Now, Ma and Pa!" At this, they'll then release a sonar attack, as Pain would feel it. Seeing this opportunity, this one, Jiraiya, being the GOAT that he is, lands a powerful blow on Pain's face, actually being able to land the first blow in the entire fight. Now, this was the first time he was actually able to injure Pain. How you like that, you bastard? At this, Pain says nothing. Feeling the pain from the attack, he didn't look at Jiraiya. Worthless. At this, Jiraiya would then be sent flying into the air. This was something he would then be slammed down. I thought that one good hit would actually be enough to at least daze him a little bit, but he wasn't even phased. At this, Jiraiya would then be slammed up and down over and over again, before suddenly Jiraiya would then flip over on the last slam as he then tries shooting out a ginormous mud flame attack. But this one suddenly he would then be pulled in by Basho and Tenny and getting dragged towards Pain, as the man would then stab Jiraiya multiple times using... I don't exactly know what they are. I just know like a lot of characters in Naruto spam that attack, or more specifically, Pain and Ishiki spam that attack like crazy, where they just bring out these metal rods like seemingly out of nowhere as they would just like stab it into people. I don't understand like the name of the attack, but like how they even summon them out, but like it's just weird to me. Let me just continue on. So with that, Pain would then bring out his metal rods. He would then stab into Jiraiya's from the shoulders to the arms to even the legs as Jiraiya would be sent flying and crashing. Damn it. At this, Jiraiya would look at the man as Pain would then begin to levitate in the air as he plans to finish them all off. Seeing this, Jiraiya will look on as he cannot believe it. I guess this is goodbye, Naruto. Minato, Kushina. I failed you. As Jiraiya the Toad Sage would then begin to feel his impending doom about to happen, as an enormous amount of chakra built up. At this, the rest of the members of Konoha would look on as Kakashi at this point, he had already finished off Kisame with a powerful lightning strike as he stabs it into his chest, but already at this point he was low on chakra. The rest of the Konoha team was exhausted as Pain was really about to wipe out the entire Konoha team. But this is when suddenly, as Pain was doing so, this is when suddenly a ginormous black orb would then appear as it would just slam into the man as Pain will feel a ginormous amount of pain. Kind of ironic. As he would then be sent flying and crashing to the ground. At this, Pain would be injured severely as he didn't even sense the attack approaching. At this, he will look around in shock. How? At this, he will look as he will see he had a large part of his side was legit ripped off as he'll be holding on to his injuries until finally he will then see it. He will then see calmly walking through the smoke, deeming his dark wardrobe. We will see Naruto as he'll currently right now pointing his hand directly at Pain. Time to end this annoyance. At this, as soon as he sees him, everyone in Konoha can do nothing more but gasp, as Jiraiya can do nothing more but actually smile. Naruto, you truly are one of a kind. As we will see Naruto staring down at Pain as a dark orb would then begin to form. It was finally time for all this to come to an end. What do you guys think is going to happen in the next part, huh? How do you think all this was going to resolve? And most of all, how do you guys think the last part is going to turn out? It is your host, Sage G Samurai, and I'm putting this part to an end. Hope y'all do enjoy. Sorry guys, I'm going to have to end this part right here. I'm going to have to really think about this one, considering the fact that there's many ways for this to go. Now, I already have a lot of ideas built up, but I want to know, should I go with the good ending, with the bad ending, or with the average ending? I'm trying to go for maybe a good ending, but at the same time, I want to make it make sense, because I really don't want to be how I did the last time where I was just Naruto just does this, and he walks away with no casualties whatsoever. So yeah, I really don't want to do that. So I'm trying to think up on how I want to end it properly. But don't worry, guys, I will be releasing the last part, and don't worry, just don't worry. I will plan to release it. Don't worry. But hey, it's your host Sage G Samurai, and I'm gonna be heading off. Thank you all so much for your support. Really love the support that you guys give me. Even though I always sometimes go away on a trip sometimes, and since it's summer vacation, that does mean I get more opportunities to post videos at least. So there's that. So you guys don't have to worry about that. I am gonna be going once again on a trip. Yes, I understand. Don't flame me in the comments just yet. Okay, wait. I bought myself a traveling mic, and as well as I also got my laptop here, which I'll be able to use both of these to make videos, make content, without going ahead and just leaving you guys on red pretty much. But the videos will be a little bit shorter than they'll be shorter than usual. But I mean, hey, you're still getting content, right? So yay! But besides that, guys, thank you all so much. And either way, I believe it's time for me to go. By the way, just to let you guys know, the next future what ifs will, I already have them planned out. They're gonna be really cool. They're gonna be really sweet. Gonna be juicy, spicy. You guys already know the vibes. And yeah. Besides that, yeah, I'm heading off. See ya. Type down how you feel. And yeah, bye. It's your host, and he's out. Peace, and have a lovely day.